Alright, I'm back after dinner. Okay. Frame assembly. Put these bolts on there. Got it. Through each plastic part where needed and put a square. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to bolt down some things for the next hour with my rusty bolts. I'll get to the actual frame building later. But for now, I'll just suffer through. Should be fun. I don't know if anybody else is in here yet. It's yellow. Washer. And this is a lot of bolts. That's a very unflattering thumbnail that it made for me for the stream. Oh, well. This thing's going to be attached. Does it need so many bolts? Probably not. Does it have so many? Indeed. Yes, my cat does want in, but he's not allowed in. Sorry, guys. Might as well just lean back. Start relaxing. I got a long way to go with these nuts and bolts. What is it, something like 200 of these guys? 200. Some of them are countersunk and do not need washers. See, I read the instructions now. The washer's really necessary? Probably not, but I'm going to use them anyhow. They're not necessary for these holes, though. Oh, those are for the tapped holes. Makes sense. Makes sense. As far as I can, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep building, man. I didn't know I had so many screws and stuff tonight. I should have just called this part screws. I want to get part of the frame assembled, man. But I'm also just gonna go ahead and put all these T-nuts on all these pieces. Nice, relaxing kind of build. I'm just happy, like I was mentioning, I'm just happy to be building it and making progress. Like, it's sat for what, over a month now? You think so? Maybe. I don't think assembling the parts is very difficult, actually. Like, the time-consuming part's putting the nuts and washers and bolts on. Like, actually putting the pieces together, it's pretty quick. I don't know, we'll see. I might be speaking too soon. This is definitely time-consuming. But is this the most time-consuming part of the build? I don't know. So, but once I have all of this done, it's going to start going a lot quicker, I think. Again, I'm just here to make progress. If I don't finish this part of the build tonight, that's fine, as long as I'm actually working on it now and not just letting it sit there taunting me. Just a bag of parts in the corner. Like I said, I did mess up pretty bad on one of the cuts, so I do have to replace a couple pieces. I have to recut one extrusion, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to hamper the build, but it's going to be cosmetically off. I don't think it's going to be structurally off. It's going to be cosmetically off. So that's going to bother me enough to replace it. So eventually, I already ordered the replacement. So. But I ordered it cheap instead of expensive. Open builds without... Man, that free shipping shaved a lot off the price. I tell you what. I don't know if Junkrat is in the chat or if he's ordered his open builds order yet, but he was going to do a big open builds order and he had a lot of shipping planned. A lot of shipping costs. I should probably, just thinking about it now, I should probably repeat questions before answering them, so. Yeah, I mean, you guys can't even see what I'm working on. That's how boring that is. Let's see. Just screwing around. Like, what's the longest part of the build, though, in your opinion? Like, what took the longest? Was it, like, do you think these screws took the longest to attach to everything? Or do you think otherwise? Like, these don't have any. Already got them in there. some warping issues, but nothing crazy. Electrical. That makes sense. Like running all the wires and stuff. You have to do that twice too, so don't envy you that. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like extending the wires and doing all that fun stuff. Yeah, that definitely takes some time. So is it just those two? That's it, huh? Then the motor will go on there, and then these will attach somehow, I'm sure. I'll get to that part later. $200 nuts and bolts. Got a while to go. Yeah, probably. Friday night's probably not a very popular stream night. Where's Junkrat? I thought he wanted in on this. There you go. There we go. Go. Fun stuff. I'm trying to keep it in view. No, my laptop probably blocks some of it. You're not home. You're not home. What? Talking about me having a social life. Talking about me having a social life. And you're out and about on a fucking Friday night? How dare you? You can tell him I'm talking shit about him too. I don't care. It's 80 degrees outside right now. It's so nice. Got my windows open, so if you hear any street noise, I'm sorry. But just too nice of a night to pass up. I don't know how these attach. They look fancy. Yeah, it shouldn't be noisy. It's pretty quiet. I live on a quiet street. But just in case you hear like cars honking or anything eventually, just know that's why. What project are you working on? The D-Bot, I'm assuming, but which part? Ooh, that's what I should do. I don't know if I want extra company right now or not, but I post this to Facebook. I'm streaming a Dbot build. I'm sure people would love to watch. A power box. Oh, for the SSR? Is that what you went with, the SSR, right? Oh yeah, you had to. You're going 110 volts. You're going full power. How fast does that bed heat up, by the way? Have you heated it up to 100 Celsius yet? Oh, sorry, Last of Us. Can you type in the general Discord as well? Sorry. I didn't mean to... I'm sure Junkrat would be appreciative to know what's going on, but... because all my stream viewers right now are in the Discord, so... if there is anybody who's wondering what the hell's going on. So yeah, I'm watching the Discord chat, not the... I'm watching the YouTube chat as well. It's just nobody's typing in YouTube chat. But yeah, power box for the SSR. I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's definitely... that's an easy project, I think, too. Like, that's a good test learning experience. Did I tell you about my first project? It was around here somewhere. I made a X-Acto knife holder as my first Fusion 360 project to hold my X-Acto knives. I printed it out on the Prusa, actually, that I'm about to gut for parts. So it's come full circle in a way. Circle of life. With one printer's death, another one lives. Yeah, I'm no good at CAD modeling. I don't have the creative vision to kind of to measure it all out. I have no idea what this is. There's some random bit of metal in with my nuts. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't have the, I don't know, I jot down designs on paper that I want to kind of see, but then I don't have the vision to kind of bring it to real life. I do. I mean, I can make simple parts like the power box and stuff like that. I can do it, but it takes me a lot longer because I can't bring what's in my mind out on paper or into the CAD software very well. So, I'm terribly not, I'm very uncreative. It's painful. Like, I'm very logical, which you would think would be perfect for CAD design, but you still have to have a creative bone or that ability to put your vision on the paper, which I lack. So, I struggle with designing. But simple geometry I'm usually okay with. So, it's just like a box or an enclosure or something like that where the parts are measured out and stuff like that. I can usually make it something up. So got so many of these little bits and pieces to go. All these corner brackets. Be tired of these corner brackets real fast. I did print extra corner brackets. I don't know why. Like, extra corner... I printed a couple extra pieces of the build, but not the important ones, so I don't really... We'll see if that comes back to bite me in the ass. But all the corner brackets are at 100%. So hopefully they're strong enough. And hopefully I don't snap any pieces tightening these bolts. That would be unfortunate. Right, but I'm still, I don't want any snapped parts, so. I know you did yours in PLA. Are you gonna try to reprint them in a different material, or are you just gonna go with the PLA for a while? And like the build says, he used PLA for the stock one. So. Well, I mean, I can recommend Inland's Red ABS. That's what I'm using for mine. Oh, okay. Won't replace until you actually need to replace them. That makes sense. Especially since it's a lot of hassle to go in and replace the pieces. So, it's a lot of effort. Let's see. And you already rewired it once, so. Took a few months. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the cracks aren't going to be fast, but we'll see. And I bet he was running his a lot harder than you're going to run yours right now. But yeah, replacement parts, definitely a good call. Are you going to print them in, what material are you going to look at printing them in? Are you going to do PLA replacement parts, or are you going to do ABS, PETG? What are you thinking? No, so sorry, Snaggle, you're not in chat, are you? Are you in the stream chat right now? I type, but my hands are busy. I'm presuming Snaggle's not in here then. Oh. Yeah. Tell Snaggle that heat-treated PLA shrinks, so he would have to account for the shrinkage when he prints the parts. Because yeah, there's like a 10 to 15% shrinkage on annealed PLA. It's actually quite significant for precision parts like this. It would be very difficult. I would just go with a stronger material to begin with. Ugh, forgetting a washer. I don't blame him if he's not. This is very, very boring work. Very boring. Not 15 to 20. It's closer to 10 to 15, but yeah, it shrinks a significant amount. Ugh. It's great for show pieces, I guess, if you want to treat a showpiece to make it stronger. I don't know. I don't know when you would use heat-treated PLA, honestly. Thanks. Thank you so much. I mean, it's an interesting concept, though. You are literally taking one of the cheapest materials to print with and making it stronger than some ABSs. So it's definitely an interesting concept. And it's not impractical. It's just with the shrinkage, it makes compensating for that difficult. But that's completely something you can design around to get a really strong printed part out of really cheap, easy to print plastic like PLA. And the heat treatment is literally just put it in an oven. It's not like you don't need special tools or anything to do it. Like you don't have to go out and buy a $200 smoothing machine or some crap like that like you do with the Polyshear. It's actually really cool. And I've done it before too, with some Protopasta high temperature PLAs. Actually, I have quite a few quote unquote annealable PLAs that offer lower shrinkage. So I think Tom, or it wasn't Maker's Muse, somebody out there had a video where they put some PLA in the oven and it actually ended up really, really strong. I haven't tested it. I just heat shrunk a little fidget, not a fidget spinner, the bendable fish. I don't know what they're called, but the little fish keychain. I put that in the oven and heated it up, and it molded together. And that was my limited experience with heat treating PLAs. I want to print with nylon more. Like, once I have almost a kilogram of it, so I have to dry out my old one and break open the new one. But nylon seems like a really good material to print a lot of the stuff I want to print with. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I know who you're talking about. That's Tom Chandler. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But Tom. The German. Deutsch? I don't know what he is. I think he's German. No, you don't actually need a hardened nozzle for nylon. I mean, it is more abrasive than PLA or ABS, but it's not significantly so. No, it wasn't him? I don't know who it was then. I don't watch American Dad. But Klaus sounded like a German name, so. I don't know. You went straight to polycarbonate, but that stuff, it needs to be dried out just like nylon. So, I mean, you're going to suffer the same problems. So, I mean, you're already halfway there to print nylon. Might as well just get actual nylon and print with it. How much polycarbonate do you have left? I don't know if you can hear my wife sneezing 2 rooms over. This is thrilling video, watching me screw in and screw. Scratch my nose. I don't know what I'm going to do for the wiring yet, so I'm just thinking ahead here. So I'm going to leave the wiring loose and longer than I need it, because I don't know how I'm going to situate my electronics yet. So I don't know if it's going to be under or bolted to the side of the frame or what it's going to look like. I'm thinking, ideally I want to bolt it right above the power supply, but I don't know. I don't have it in front of me to see if that's going to be feasible, kind of thing. So once I do know, I'll cut the wires closer to the length and do a lot more wire management and stuff. Clean it up. So that's some of the last of the corner brackets. Now I just got to do the other brackets. I just see you edited your message saying it shrinks 14.33%. I do sound overly technical sometimes. I think I said something in chat the other day that was stupid, and I can't remember what it was. It was like, I advise against that or some shit like that. And I was like, I didn't want to sound like that. I meant to say, like, don't do that shit, but whatever. It's weird because I get in like that really overly business-minded mentality because that's what I have to do at work. Yeah, I have to like be, polite and smart sounding and shit at work. And I think I was at work when I typed that, so it just, you can see it bleed over a little bit. I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or any shit. It's just that's where my mind was at the point. If I tell my boss, that's stupid, don't do that, yeah, that would be my ass. If I say, sir, I advise against that, that's perfectly okay. That's acceptable. I like how Prusa just gave like every YouTuber a Mark II kit. Like almost every single 3D printing YouTuber either bought one or has one that was sent to them, which is cool. I definitely like to see it. No, I have a Ramps an MKS Gen board or base. Sorry, MKS base. Yes, I am sticking with the 8-bit microprocessing. Nothing fancy. It's just what I have on my other printer that I'm changing up a little bit. Yes, I am still going with the Aero. I don't actually have the V6. I bought the Aero kit, so. Not the upgrade kit, the full kit, sorry. That'll be a fun one to screw in later. That's a problem for future me. phone. No new messages. Oh, I'm just watching the camera feed. This looks so fucking boring. I'm sorry. This is as interesting as I can make it. I mean, it'd be the commentary that would make this watchable, but since you're the only active participant, it's just essentially me talking to myself. But hey, the camera angles look good. This other one could probably point more towards my face, since there's not a whole lot going on in the build. But hey, who's gonna judge you for not wanting to look at me? There we go. Now I'm a little bit more in frame. My head's still out of frame. I don't get the full shot, but you can see my mouth move. That adds so much. Yeah, I know what you mean when you're talking about printing down like that. It's not as big of an issue as I think it might be, but I get where you're coming from. So you can set a delay after in your NG code, so you can leave the steppers on for your Z-axes until after 3-4 minutes or something like that. So that should give you some time to remove the part as it cools down. And that's just a suggestion if you want to leave the motors on. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had 2 printers that printed top down, or I have several printers that printed top down, but yeah, I know what you mean. The alignment, I don't know, it's, yeah, I don't know. If you're really rough with your part removal, it will absolutely throw it out of alignment. But I think in general purpose, it doesn't really affect it, even if the steppers are off. But if the steppers are on, it definitely keeps things aligned. Actually, so much so that the Prusa Mark II leaves one of the Z steppers on at all times, because that way it doesn't throw off the auto bed calibration. So it's always on. As long as the printer is on, one of the Z motors is hardwired on. But the other printer that I'm thinking of that's very rough with the part removal is the FlashForge, because I print on BuildTak on that, and it like BuildTak can have some prints stuck really hard to it, as I'm sure you know. Like BuildTak is some sticky shit. When you smush it the first layer down on there, it becomes almost impossible to remove some parts. Go ahead and clear out some of these pieces. Oh, buddy, I'm not gonna have to file these holes, am I? Looks like I might. Nah, these are okay. Am I doing this part right though? Hold on. I have to be like this. This notch is for the extrusion. Okay. Famous last words. I have to be doing this right. Like, how many bolts do I need on here? Let me see if there's a picture of these before I ask you. Looks like all of them but the middle one. Because the middle one bolts, or a couple, I guess. Yeah, because 2 bolts on to the tapped holes, it looks like. Or 1 bolts onto the tapped hole. I can't tell. I can't tell. Yeah. Oh, I didn't buy rubber feet. That's what I forgot. Oh well. Oops. I'm just going to attach these 2. Anything else I can add later. At least I don't think I bought rubber feet. I didn't buy rubber feet. I would remember something like that. I'd remember if I got rubber feet. It'll just be noisy. It'll just be a bunch of noise. I have to remember not to keep the part I'm working on close to my body because then it goes out at angle. I'm just going to love going back to this and finding the exact point at which I made the most heinous of errors. And then watching, maybe in slow motion, as I do it. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Glad I'm recording this whole process. Just to remind you, you're supposed to be preventing me from making stupid mistakes that you may or may not have made yourself. That is your contribution to this project. But yeah, there's a couple things I'm going to change up over time to make it a better printer. Oh, wow, I'm sorry, dude. Like, that sucks. No, don't let me make the mistakes. That's why I let you build yours first. Put those over there. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. I did not buy rubber feet, so I'm going to have to print out. Oh, that's what I can do. I can print out rubber feet. Fuck yeah. 3D printing rules. I'll just get some Semiflex and just print out a couple suckers. Stick it to the man. Freaking Amazon wants $8 or whatever for those rubber feet. Fuck you. Print out my own rubber feet. That means I gotta get the flexible profile. Well, rubber feet. Nah, that's an easy print. That's easy peasy. I bet there's already a Thingiverse link for the rubber feet specifically for a Depot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I want to pause the stream. Oh well. I will later. It's another one done. A lot of these suckers. Fun stuff. This is making for a thrilling video. I've said that a couple times. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. At this point, I'm just rambling to myself. I thought I'd have a whole audience. What, with Jake and Snaggle and freaking Junkrat, a couple other people. Let me go ahead and post this into Facebook just to get some more people. More people in the chat. Oh, thank you for the link. That's perfect. That is perfect. And Facebook. Post. I know. He had a social life. He's letting me down. I thought he would join me. Thought he would join me over here. Nope. It ain't. Didn't happen. So yeah, let's see. Just trying to think about the future of the build. Any more problems like missing rubber feet. But I can print those, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I'm just happy to be working on this, man. Like, when you were waiting on your parts, like, what was the anticipation like for you? Because I know you finished printing your parts pretty quickly. Like, was it a tough wait while you were waiting on, you know, some random part or something like that? pile of parts over here. But once I get all these bolts and nuts in there, it should go together pretty quickly. At least for the frame. Yeah, I mean, so most of it came before you had free time. Yeah, that's kind of how mine's looking. But like, I didn't have a lot of free time in the past couple of weeks to work on it, but I would have been done by now if I didn't have to wait so long on those bearings, if that makes sense. And streaming it / recording it definitely doesn't add any, definitely adds a layer of complexity, but it, you know, like once I'm set up, it's just me building. So it's definitely a fun weekend project. You know, I might have it done by this weekend if I put a lot of time into it. Depends on how much time I want to put into that versus doing stuff. So the weather is supposed to be rainy tomorrow morning, so I might be able to build some stuff in the morning. The afternoon I have plans. The evening I might be able to stream. Sunday morning again I might be able to stream. It might work. It might work. But I won't have that a night like tonight where I can sit down for a few hours and just work on it. Well, tomorrow night, but tomorrow night I don't know how far I'm going to get. Like the wiring definitely requires a lot of work. I don't think I'll get that far tonight, but I'm hoping to have at least what looks to be a D-bot. Kind of half built. So yeah, if I can finish the frame tonight, at least up to the Z gantry, like you said, that's a good goal. Up to the point where I start having to add wheels to everything. That would be a good stopping point. And then I have my motors and belts. And end stops. Yeah, that's a good stopping point. And then if I don't have much time to stream next time around, finishing the motors, the belt pulleys, all the gantries, like getting the motion in there would be a good stopping point next time. And then starting on the electrical afterwards. I don't want my Z-axles to bind. Like, I'm a little nervous about that. As long as my Z moves up and down very cleanly and smoothly each and every time, it's gonna be so awesome. My FT5 struggled with that so hard. The lead screws would desync and all sorts of stuff. It was just issues. So many issues with that machine. And this is cheaper. Even something like the size that you're printing at. It's cheaper. And probably a better printer. FT5's not bad once you get it working, but it takes a lot of work to get it working. A lot of work. So how much do you think you've spent on your D-bot so far, Last of Us? Now that you've got all your parts that you wanted in? Because you got the BL Touch, the Titan Arrow, the Duet. Like you went all out on yours. The 120 volt heated pad, like you went all out. Like still under $1,000, I would assume. Like it doesn't seem like it would be over $1,000 for all that, but I didn't add, so. Because you scavenged some parts from your other printer, but not very many. Like I scavenged. Well, no, because the heated bed didn't work out, so I probably scavenged about the same. Just some pulleys and couplers and stuff. Pulleys and couplers and stuff. Let's see what Facebook says. Yeah. A couple bucks. Each and every little bit counts. I spent too much in certain areas and not enough in others. Story of my life, really. Spending too much in some areas and not enough in others. Let's see, I'm just trying to think. So I did. So if I keep this final, I wouldn't have spent that much, but this is not going to be a final build. I'm going to pull a U and I'm going to get a quieter fan for the arrow. Yeah, just tell Snaggle about how many volts your heated bed runs at, though. Yeah, 12 volts for the heater core and the motors and stuff. For the rest of it. Getting close to being done with the bolts for now. Oh my god. Yes, Snaggle, he does have a pad on the mains. He's got 120 volts he's hooking up to that sucker. How much was that heater pad, by the way? Did you get one of the ones I sent you that was like $30, or did you go and grab something a little closer that was like $60? I don't need a heated pad. I'm just going 200 by 300, which will heat slowly at 12 volts, but it will still reach the temps I need it to. So. Yeah, I that's another thing I'm a little nervous about. I've tested most of the parts, but not all of them. Like, I know my fans work. I know my I don't know if the heated bed works. Don't know if the power supply works. Should be fun. So, I haven't tested all the parts. But we'll see. Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the low tolerances on these parts. I have to screw the screw through the plastic. which I suppose is probably what's intended. Yeah, Snaggle, I'm sorry about your bed, man. That's like every heated bed I've ever gotten, like the PCB ones, the cheap ones, are always warped. Like always, pretty much. There's no getting around it really. When you heat something up, cool something down, heat it up, cool it down, and expand and contract, they almost all have a little bit of a bow or a unleveledness to them, which is why glass is so popular, or aluminum or something like that to help reinforce it. Glad it improved at least. That's because that was an unfortunate amount of shittiness. Woo! Those overhangs did not hold up well on these parts. I'm not gonna sand. I'm just gonna screw it to the plastic though. But yeah, I'm liking the build so far. Aside from the idler bearings for the belts, it's pretty good so far. But get back to me in a week when I finish the build and I start to try to print. We'll see how I feel then. Sorry everyone, it's boring video, I know. There's not much I can do to improve the excitement of building a D-bot. It's a pretty tedious process. All said and done. A lot of screws. I'm probably halfway through with the screws, but I'm sure there's many, many more. Snag me, the viewers. No, I do not want my cat in here messing up my stuff. He'll knock over the lights, he'll knock over the tripods, he'll knock over the parts that are printed. No, it's not going to happen. Ain't gonna happen. I would like more viewers just so I can provide commentary. Like people to ask questions and stuff, because it's not entertaining to just watch me screw in these screws and talk to myself. Oh, he'd eat the washers. He'd knock them off the table and then hop down after them and try to eat them. Yeah, I know. That's my step counter reminding me I did not do so good today. I know I didn't get my steps in today. No need to rub it in, jeez. But I mean, I guess one cool thing about streaming it, it kind of keeps me company. So I'm not so alone. Just a little bit alone. Yeah, the wife, understandably, wants nothing to do with this. Can't say I blame her. It's definitely very, I don't know, an acquired taste? I don't know how to describe it. It's not interesting on the surface. It's kind of a slow process. And so how hot can a stepper motor get? It can get pretty hot. As hot as it gets until it starts skipping steps, if that's a good answer for you. I think, I don't know, it depends on which brand they are, but I've seen spec sheets that say they're rated up to 80 degrees Celsius. So that's very, very hot. But if it's getting too hot, just lower the amperage or the volts that go into it. That's a good way to get it to cool down. You're using the same stepper motors I'm going to be using if you pulled them off of your A8. I can't remember if you said. I think you probably deleted the steppers. No, you got the steppers. Yeah, so I mean, you're going to be using the same ones I do. They get hot. They do. But I didn't have any issues with mine overheating. It's just you got to make sure you have your the voltages tuned. I think that's all the screws for now. There's a couple in here, but I don't know what lengths that need to go in here, so I'm just going to leave these be for now. Same for this. These guys. And then both clamps. All right, you know what time it is? Time to start assembling a fucking frame. Yeah, I did not get the 76-ounce steppers. I got the regular steppers. All right, build guide first. All right, so let's do this. So we got this guy, we got this guy. Slide this bad boy on here. Go ahead and start tightening these guys down. I love these nuts. You just loosen them up. Don't know where this is going to go yet, so put it down here. Then yeah, you just go in here. I'm doing it like this, by the way, so I can see the if the nuts got captured or not. You can usually feel it by just feel, but I like to confirm visually when I can. So yeah, it's so simple. Like, these things add so much convenience. Uh-oh. How am I supposed to get that nut? Come on. What is up with that? Really? They're gonna make me do this? That's mean of them. Oh yeah, put all the washers on. Put all the washers on now, they say. Failing to mention the one that you can't reach. Failing to mention that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My hex key is a little bit joined. I'm not going to tighten it. Well, this one I should probably tighten down, because that one's going to be impossible to reach later. Yeah, I like the ABS. That provides a little bit of flex in there, so I'm not too afraid of snapping anything. It's very nice. Like, it doesn't give you a firm kind of feel like the metal on metal does, but it definitely gives you a like, you know when you start squeezing it kind of thing, which is good. So let's move this back up. Let's move this back up to here somewhere. I'm just gonna guess, tighten it down. So that's B. Then add some of these on the bottom. Facing this way. Yeah. One here. I capture? I did. Very cool. Then one on the back side. Right here. Oh, wow, I'm very great at keeping this in frame. I'm sorry. You would think the whole point of me streaming and recording is so I can have it on camera, but you'd be wrong. It's just so I can talk. Alright, I'll put it down. Jeez. That one definitely captured. Alright, and then screw in one of these guys to the bottom, I'm assuming. I'm assuming, I have no idea. I keep pulling that out of frame. I'm very sorry. I just did that and I just apologized and I did it again. So, I apologize again. Those me parts. So I only put 2 nuts and bolts on the corner brackets because I'm threading the current nuts and bolts through to the tapped holes right now. So, yeah. And I dropped it and it's on the floor now. Okay, well, that's one gone. So yeah. I'll add another one, don't worry. But for the time being, I thought ahead. Use my noggin this time. This is where the rubber foot goes. See, I'm thinking ahead again. I'm not making a mistake. Probably not making a mistake. I don't know. Maybe not making a mistake. I can't guarantee. Alright, which hole does it go on? Which hole do you screw into it, and which hole does the rubber foot go on? Does the rubber foot go on the outside edges, or does the rubber foot go on a little bit on the inside? I guess I could probably look at the instructions and see what they say. Screw rubber feet into the outside edges. Okay. So, not outside edges will be normal. So, get this in frame probably. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is easy enough to unscrew it and screw it back. And I might put it on one on the inside, but hey, good news, my tapped holes seem to work. I'm not following instructions. I'm just going by the picture. Is that going to bite me in the ass? I better read these instructions before I get too far. Attach the rear idler, Z end stop bracket, Y end stop bracket, 2 corner brackets, and 1 3x3 plate on the 2 corner brackets. Rail J, little J. So this gets a 3x3 on the top. Just gonna estimate because that's all I can do right now. Oh, I'm sure this is on camera again, right? There we go. Then it goes right under here. Perfect. Okay. So this one will get all 3. All the holes filled. That's what she said. Forgetting a washer already. I'll probably have 1 or 2 missing washers when I finish the build. I can guarantee it. Oop. I actually kind of like the rust. I'm being serious. Like, it doesn't bother me, and it actually does match. So that's all going to go there, and then this one's going to go this way. All right. Man, time sure does fly when you're building a D-bot. When you're actually getting work done. Not just sitting around looking at it. Consult the image again though. Let me consult the image. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah, it's always a fun experience right here. So what's happening right now is because this nut or this screw is kind of just threading into the plastic. It's not getting the spin it needs for the nut to engage into this. Yeah, it's not putting any spin at all onto the nut to cause it to lock. That's fun. That's super fun. Same story here. Oh. Yeah, let's see how you like that. Oh, that's the problem that you were having with them? Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a good old wiggle. And let the wiggle do the work. That's a dubstep song. I'm sorry for making that joke. I regret it immediately. I shouldn't make dubstep jokes. They're not good jokes. They are not good jokes. They are very unclass-like. Speaking of bad jokes, you know what I saw today? Also, I saw a grown-ass man, 39-year-old man, with a doctorate in mechanical engineering with a fidget spinner at work. Swear to God. He says he had the fidget spinner because he's quitting smoking and it helps him with the withdrawals. Can you believe that? 49-year-old doctor with a freaking fidget spinner. It's hilarious. F. Where's F? That's E. It's all coming together. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Oh man, it's starting to look like a frame. Starting to look like a frame. Sorry, I can't get this in shot and look at the nuts to capture them. But I will start standing up here shortly, so. Try to do what I can where I can, but no guarantees. I'm so happy the first two pieces are joined together. So happy. So happy. So I thought I had enough angle. I guess it's probably time to raise the camera even more, huh? Come on. Oh, I did it wrong, didn't I? No, I did it right. Woo, buddy. That flex. Yeah, let's see what I can do about that. I'm sure once I get all the pieces on, it's going to be just fine, but that's a lot of flex. Let's tighten these down a little bit more. Just a little bit. Yeah. All right, that's all plastic flex right there. Not a lot I can do about that right now. The wiggle I'm doing right now is to get this nut out of here. And this, the corner bracket, the work. I guess I gotta stand up. Stand. My foot's actually asleep. Oh, buddy. Oh. Alright, I'll go ahead and adjust the camera angle now that I'm in a part where height matters. Get just some extra height there. There we go. Yeah, let's see what I can do about the getting these nuts to capture. Oops. Don't go sliding anywhere, please. Hold your horses for a second. Hold your winning. All right, Last of Us. I'll see you around, man. Thanks for joining me as I'm now out of frame completely and totally. Well, thank you. Either way, it was nice having you around. I'm going to keep working on it tonight, though. I hope you don't mind. A little bit more. A little bit more. So what I'm doing right now is completely out of frame. That's going to bother me. But what I'm doing is I am filing some holes. You're not wrong, Last of Us. I do have to get these holes filed in order for the nuts to capture. They could have printed this with like 0.01 higher tolerances. Not had any of these problems, but oh well, here we are. Why? Perfect. It's just adding a ton of time. This could have been completely avoidable if the part had been designed better. I'm not even in frame. Look, I'm just filing these holes right here. That's all I'm doing. Let's see if I can snap the screw in. There we go. There we go. That's for the foot. Don't know why I'm putting a screw there. Perfect. All right. Just putting these screws on really helps. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I sure hope this is the right piece. Well, let's check the guide, shall we? Yep, that's the right way. Good, good. Well, that was exciting. Let's get this bracketed down from the top. Tightened in. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna be able to make it work. It's gonna be tricky. It's not gonna look right. But the two short pieces are not going to be a hindrance to me completing the build. It'll just be a learning experience. Fun, fun. All right, now the other piece, which is a motor mount, but there's several different motor mounts. All right. Which motor mount is this one? The one that doesn't have a hole in it, I see. The one that has a hole lower on this side, but like this, right? Like, not like this. Yes. It appears so. Okay. On D. Put some D's on that. Throw some D's on that. All right. Oh, I'm so happy finally getting printer frame constructed. It's like my dreams come true. This project has been sitting far too long. Let me go ahead and throw on these pieces here. File. Get these holes nice and wide. Remember, kids, clean your file. I'm sorry, that's probably coming over the mic in a really obnoxious manner. All right. That hole was wasn't necessary. This one absolutely is. Perfect. And if only these are screwed in. Yeah. Slippery, slippery. Got some Butterfingers today. I wish it was the candy bar, but it ain't. I didn't even look to see what orientation that went in, and I just guessed, and I was wrong as can be. Alright, so it slides in. How does it slide in? Like this, right? Yeah. I was right, wasn't I? Yeah, the double face, this is this one, yeah. Slide it on down. I forget which one of these it was that I tightened on this one. There we go. Good, that one captured. Very easy peasy. Cover breezy. Do I need a square for this part? I feel like I need a square for this part. Alright, let's check my work. Captured both of those. Let's capture the rest of these suckers. Man, I'm at like a 90% success rate with this. That's a staggeringly high number for me. probably do to square it up a little bit first. Could probably use some squaring. Well, let me go get the square. Okay. Check the chat too, see if anybody is chatting me up. Nope. Alright, well, there's going to be some dead air while I go get a carpenter square. I'll be right back. Hello. Sorry, kitty cat. Can't come in. I know, I know. All right. That actually slides in. That's actually pretty cool. So this can slide right in, and I can adjust it on the fly. Oh, that is interesting. It snaps into 2020 extrusion. That is cool. I'm gonna make use of that by it's almost an exact fit, so that's probably not good. Let me go ahead and make one little minor modification to kind of let that actually happen. I got a flat file around here somewhere. Here's my flat file. Round file is good for holes, flat file, good for edges. So what I'm doing right now, for anybody who's actually watching, I'm squaring up these edges. And apparently my carpenter square fits perfectly inside the extrusion, which would make things very easy. So I'm just rounding the edges since it seems to be exactly the width of the edges, or the extrusion. So hopefully that'll make it more feasible. And not really. But I'm going to do it anyhow. So what needs to happen here is this needs to come over some. Just squaring up the frame a little bit here. I'm missing a bolt. I'm missing the bolt that's holding the whole thing in. One of these bolts is not loosened enough. There, I found the culprit. All right, that looks good. Squaring a frame. That must be brilliant, brilliant streaming. That looks good. Oh. Can't tell if I got a message on my phone or not. Maybe, who knows? I'll check in a second. After I get the screwed in. Screw in. Not a single soul in chat, but that's fine. I didn't advertise this anywhere, and I'm a new YouTuber, so I don't expect any kind of following. Alright, well that looks very square to me. Sorry about the banging. I'm sure that's great for audio quality. That's sarcasm. I know you guys know that's sarcasm. I'm just talking to myself. And it still needs to be shifted over some. Frame still skewed some. Yep. Fun stuff. Don't actually have any more screws in there yet, so that's good. I see. I see what the problem is. Why didn't anybody tell me? Why didn't anybody tell me? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that gap. You see clear through to the other side. Look at that. Are these the same length? That's the real question. No, they aren't. That's good. So how do you guys work on getting this squared? Is it the bottom that you adjust? Hmm. So how would one get this square? Oops. Not like that. Advised to not do that. I advise against doing that. Well, I guess here comes some of the added time I didn't think about in this build. Square in the frame. It's actually pretty damn close. Well, this is fun. I am so focused. I'm not even looking at chat right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm also taking it out of camera so I can unwedge my carpentry square out of here. So it's slightly out of square in the same direction, like this. Struggle bus. I'm just squaring the frame out of camera. That's about as close as I'm going to get it for now. So, I mean, is there anything I can do about that? Not bad. That's about as square as I'm going to get it. Yep, that's about as square as I'm going to get this piece. Ooh, I did not think I would run out of build room so fast. Put that over there. Next step. A. 2 holes in the bottom, no holes on the top. Forgot about you. Think I forgot about you? No. I'll never forget. Whew. It's a lot of work, my friends. It's a lot of work. I mean, I guess you guys know that. But it is not. Is a lot of work, but I'm enjoying it. I've had this depot sitting here for days, weeks, and months. Ugh. Whew. Keep going. Pump out this hole. Put this back on. All right, that one's done. So like that, then you get one of these guys right here. Gonna go to bed in about 25 minutes for anybody who's watching. So the stream will end then, and I'll be back tomorrow. There we go. One of these bad boys. Yeah, whatever. Why is this one crooked? I don't know. It's a bad thread. Oops. Ugh. This one's much better. I don't know. I don't know which one this goes on. This one. Don't know why this one's being the part that gives me so much difficulty, but hey, here we are. Here we are. Late at night, me struggling. Future me, get some sleep, man. I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Don't know what the hell I'm thinking. These corner brackets. Man, I'm dropping everything on the table for the mic too. Alright, so let me see how we're gonna attach it like this. So I'm gonna need nope, yep. Future me, get some sleep, man. Get some fucking sleep. Get some fucking sleep. Might as well check chat. Still nobody chatting with me. I think that's that one. Let's check. Oh yeah, that's that one. But then I get E sliding into here. E. 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 Now I'm just like it's completely out of frame. It's just looking real wrong in the camera. Looking super wrong, I bet. Oh man. definitely bedtime soon. I can feel that. I want to get this other piece of the frame done though. Holy crap! They were not kidding when they said I probably couldn't do it tonight though. They were not wrong. They were not incorrect when they said that word. It's a lot of screws. All right. H. H. Fuck me. Fuck me. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I'll get to that later. Just want to get this on. Yeah. Getting some nuts. Getting some nuts. flip it this way, I guess. Again, this is probably not the greatest, but this is a tribute. Oh, look at that! Look, that is crooked as fuck. Crooked as fuck. I want to see where the squaring comes from. I think this is deeply, deeply rooted in these corner brackets. Shit, that is some unsquare motherfucking shit. Unsquared shit. Alright. Attach the spool holder. Yeah, that's gonna be way fucking later. Uh-oh. Eat you. Oh, extruder bracket. I don't need fucking extruder brackets. Got me all worried and shit. About fucking extruder brackets. Mm-hmm. All right. That's another one there. Uh, 10 more minutes. I just want to get this last piece of the square done. Spending a lot of energy on this. Oh, that's not even the right one. So this is going on to here like this, so it's going to be right here. Back it up a little bit, give it another pass of the file. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Sorry, I'm just exhausted now, so there's like absolutely zero chatting going on. Not even talking to myself no more. No, I'm tired. I'm not even chatting to myself. Uh-oh. 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 The big uh-oh. Please don't be catastrophic uh-oh. Please, oh please, uh-oh. Sorry, this is probably noisy as fuck. That hole is tapped, but the threads are a little weak. And it seems that this nut is incapable of fastening. Fuck me. Fuck me. Well, one less nut in the build. So I don't lose my orientation. Alright, well, that's one less washer for this build. Oh, oh. Yeah, it's not a very balanced workspace, but hey, you know what? It's okay. I don't like it. Doesn't have to be balanced. League of Legends is one of the most popular games in the world. That's not fucking balanced. So, hey. Squaring is a problem for future me. Tomorrow me, one might say. The me of tomorrow. Wiser, I hope, than the me of today. But that remains to be seen. What the fuck? How am I supposed to get this on here, man? I'm struggling because it's so late. Man, this is killing me. Killing me either way. Sorry for audio listeners. Fuck. I just want to get this on. Fuck, just fucking engage, god damn you. It's hot, I'm uncomfortable, tired. It's the trifecta complaining time. It's time for bed. It is desperately time for bed. But I gotta get this done. Sorry, any audio listeners. I am deeply sorry. I'm just in the last stretch of tonight. Alright. Once I get this assembled, we'll come back to it tomorrow. Gotta be kidding me, right? Like, why is... kidding me. You know what, you uneven fuck. Fuck you. Gonna go for a guy who's a little bit better. fucking kidding me? Just fucking laugh. Son of a bitch. These are supposed to make it easier. They aren't. They are not making it easier. See how you fucking want it. Get a different nut. I'm not going to search for that one. Oh my god. I gotta go to bed. Like, very soon. I'm going to lose my fucking shit. Did not say soldier. Too fucking big! Please, just let me finish this shit and go to bed. Thank God. That's all I needed. Just that one fucking corner. Jesus Christ. Look how easy all these engage. I'm bragging about you guys. You guys know what's up. Oh, can't wait to go to bed. am done. Sorry for being so quiet. I am exhausted. I am out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. I got 2 frame pieces done, and I got pretty much all the pieces started on the bolting. It's been fun. It's been exhausting, but I am done for the night. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. If you made it this far just watching, I don't know how, but I thank you. Drop-bys tomorrow, I believe I'm going to be continuing this. I'm going to try to be continuing this, at least. So, yeah, join me then, and I'll see you guys then. Bye. Then I gotta walk all the way over here just to end the stream. Alright, thanks everybody. Bye.